Morning.
Morning.
My name is Joel Sheridan, and I own sales and marketing in Michigan. We're the Rescue Jack dealer from Michigan. And just a little bit about myself. I spent 30 years in the fire department. I was chief of the fire department for 22 years. I retired about 10 years ago, and I'm not looking back. So it was probably the last 4 or 5 years. Probably took about 10 years off my life. So we'll definitely put that to bed. But what we're going to do this morning is I'm just going to kind of go through bits and pieces of this. This is kind of the promotional tape, and it goes through a lot of, you guys have already bought it, so I mean, we don't need to go through all that stuff. But there are 3 basic scenarios that you kind of build off of, and we'll watch these. Don't get hung up on, on doing it exactly like that, because as you know, things change all the time. So, you're always having to do something different depending on what's going on. These are perfect situations where the cars are on flat ground, and all the things that we've seen.
4125 between Lansing and Old.
After we get done with this, the DVD, I'd like to go out and just kind of look over your equipment and make sure everything got put together right. Sometimes the ratchet straps get put in backwards, and you can't ratchet them and stuff like that. I've done it myself. So anyway, we'll get started on that.
Rescue Jack is the pioneer of vehicle stabilization and lift tools and techniques, combining versatile, time-saving equipment with proven patented methods and on-site training. There is no other company on the market that offers such a comprehensive turnkey system to vehicle stabilization and lift. Every second counts on a rescue. Using the Rescue Jack system may save those critical seconds in passenger extrication. Rescue Jack is a system that has one tool that can both stabilize and lift a vehicle at the same time. Combining a powerful jacking device unit with adjustable stands, versatile end fittings, bases, and hooks designed to specifically fit vehicle purchase points and base restraints, there is virtually no rescue scenario that Rescue Jack can't be of assistance on. Side resting vehicles, overturned vehicles, a pile-up, any scenario can be waiting for you when you reach the scene. Avoid further passenger injuries with proper stabilization and lift techniques to keep your rescue team safe during extrication. Rescue Jack has always been an industry leader and innovator. Be sure to include Rescue Jack, the foundation for extrication, on your next call. Department procedures may dictate application of equipment. This equipment is to be used by qualified personnel only. These are advanced rescue level operations that require thorough understanding of the equipment and proper usage. Full personal protective equipment is required. Today, we are going to show you the basic procedures for vehicle stabilization and lift with the Rescue Jack system on side resting and overturned vehicles. The first and most basic Rescue Jack use is the 3-point side resting stabilization setup.
They're going to talk about tying off the straps and different things, and that really doesn't apply to your stuff because you guys have got the steel X struts. But they're also going to talk about driving pickets through the base plates and different things like that. There are additional things that you maybe need to take a look at depending on your situation. Don't get hung up on those things. You really have to make that decision on really what you've got. If your car is not level, if you're halfway in the ditch, halfway up up an overpass or something like that, then you need to take a look at that. So just kind of look through some of that stuff. If there's any questions, just holler out. We'll stop and we can go over it real quick.
Place cribbing around the vehicle to maximize ground contact. Place an adjustable stand on each end of the undercarriage of the side resting vehicle. Use an appropriate end fitting on the undercarriage for the most secure connection to the undercarriage. The stands should lean at a 60-degree angle and connect above the vehicle's center of gravity.
It says reset. If you can notify consumers,
Once
I have
stands
a
are
site
in
number
place,
for you.
hook safety straps to the undercarriage to support the stand's positions. Tie off straps at the cam buckles as an additional safety measure. Cam buckles may be released by squeezing the buckle lever and pulling it out by
Central, the
hook
number
end.
is
To tighten the straps, simply pull the loose end of the strap in line with the strap connection points. Attach all straps as low as possible to the vehicle and protect from sharp points. Now, approach the passenger compartment side of the vehicle. Make a purchase point through the windshield at the A post. It may be necessary to protect the patient from glass. Create purchase points with caution. To avoid vehicle twisting, place one jack stand with the appropriate end fitting between the other two stands on the opposite side. Once the jack stand is in position, restrain the base with hooks or straps by attaching to the lower A post if possible. Once all the stands and straps are secured, wind the jack handle to tighten the connections.
Is that exactly what we
Additional
have?
recommended safety
No.
precautions include attaching safety chains between the stands to the vehicles,
Yours does not have the two cam buckle straps on the bottom.
staking the bases, or attaching ratchet straps to
Yours
base
is a
and
ratchet
vehicle.
strap, so.
Be sure all wedges, stands, and straps are tight. The vehicle is now secure enough for patient extrication. A rapid lift of a side-resting car may be desired to free a patient pinned beneath the vehicle. This maneuver is useful when only a portion of the vehicle requires lifting. A full lift requires additional components and precautions. Restrict the vehicle from end-to-end movement and twist. Place two jack units on opposite sides of the vehicle, directly in line with one another.
Assuming that's the side you want to lift, correct?
Right, yeah, either the front or back. We do this a little different now too. Instead of hooking this right to the frame of the vehicle, I like to have a long chain, long black chain. And we take the chain and we hook it on the back axle and the front axle, and then we take the little hook and hook into that chain because it gives you a better placement. Because you have to be on the complete opposite side of the other side. Otherwise, when you lift, you have a tendency to swing the vehicle. So, and if you've got somebody's arm or leg or whatever hang underneath the vehicle, you don't want to be sliding around on them too much.
Once appropriate purchase points are chosen, begin the jack motion, slowly lifting the vehicle. Place cribbing under the front sections of the vehicle on both sides. Continue to adjust cribbing as the car lifts into position.
How critical is it that you need to be cranking the same amount on each side?
What I normally do is get you talking like counting 1, 2,
The
3,
vehicle
1,
is
2,
now
3,
ready
so you
for
stay in a
patient
rhythm,
extrication.
and that works pretty well. Because
Roof
if one
resting
guy is
vehicles
going
do not
faster than the
offer
other
the
one,
convenient
she'll
purchase
start
points
tipping.
typically found with a side resting vehicle. Rescue Jack Incorporated has developed a technique for roof resting vehicles which is quickly employed and avoids the undesirable method of piercing fenders and depending on weak sheet metal and spot welds. A universal chain wrap restrained to the vehicle provides a safe, consistent purchase point which will accommodate most stabilization and lifting needs. We are proud to announce that Rescue Jack was awarded a patent for their apparatus and buttress stabilization method in 2004. Wrap a chain around the rear of the vehicle. This will serve as a purchase point for Rescue Jack stabilization. Place 2 jack units on either side of the fender at 45-degree angles and engage the chain with the CRG heads. Attach a heavy-duty ratchet strap or chain from one Rescue Jack base to the other. To prevent the chain from sliding off the rear of the vehicle, apply chain restraints. Attach a ratchet strap to the chain near the trunk lid and run it up to the undercarriage in front of the rear wheel.
You just want to make sure that when you put this strap on here, that you don't get across the rear door if you're going to try to gain access to your patient through the back. So you want to make sure that I like to kind of go right up through the wheel well. You can usually get that cluster set up in there so that you get in there. Using the clusters really keeps your ratchet straps from being against any sharp metal. And you know, we definitely be happy to sell you more equipment, but I really don't want you cutting the ratchet straps. You know, I mean.
Assembly. Apply sway straps using cam straps to create a more stable triangular setup between jacks and the vehicle. Raise and tighten the jack stands at an equal rate and adjust cribbing as needed. If significant lifting is desired, it will be necessary to adjust sway control straps as jacks will be working against them. Once the vehicle is lifted to the ideal height, tighten all straps and tie off at cam buckles. A stake may be driven through the hood to aid in the stabilization effort.
I like to do that first. And don't do that. We're going to do a new version on this.
Apply a third stand
There
at
are
the rear of
plenty
the
of
vehicle.
places on the back of the car for that extra jack.
Run the straps to fender stand bases. Remember, always monitor the situation to make sure jacks are stable and the vehicle is secure in its position. The vehicle is now ready for patient extrication. Once you become familiar with the basic tools and methods, the Rescue Jack system can be used in a variety of more complicated rescue operations. However, the Rescue Jack team encourages you to familiarize yourself thoroughly with the equipment long before the call comes in for a rescue operation. The more you use the Rescue Jack system, the more uses you will discover as a versatile time-saving tool in the field.
What we're going to do is hopefully to get it done, because there are numerous types of different models that Rescue Jack has. The RJ3, which was the basic unit that we started out with. We have the green system, which is a lighter weight, primarily for over across the pond for the smaller vehicles. And then we have the steel extra, which is what you guys have. And then there's the aluminum, which is a little heavier duty. And then now we've got the big boy, the new extra. So, but we're really trying to get some of these scenarios done with all the different types of equipment. So, you know, you can basically see, firefighters are touchy-feely kind of guys, and you like to be able to see what it's going. The basic principles are always the same and all the same, but we can do that when we get out to the junkyard. What I brought with me is a quick reference guide with all of the different scenarios. So I brought extra ones. I don't know if you guys are going to split your kit up. Are you going to split it up between Station 1, Station 2? So there's plenty of these for your training folks, and it's nice to even keep them right in the truck with or the rescue or whatever you're putting them in. So we've got those. I have extra catalogs if anybody wants them. I'm just over by Spring Lake exit 10, so I'm at mile marker 10. You guys are whatever the exit here is. So I'm not that far away, and I'd be happy to come back when you guys are doing extrication training if you want some help. I'm always available, even next year, the year after, whatever. The nice thing about the catalog, you can see that all the equipment has a la carte part numbers, so if you want to add to your system, we can always do that. If you want to upgrade, add a couple of bigger ones, we can do that too. But, any questions?
Consumers was notified, and
If not, we'll go out and take a look at the equipment, make sure that all the ratchet straps are much bigger. Just take the windows out, and you can always go through the side windows and go under the car, and then as long as they're hooked together, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be lifting off the bottom rather than lifting off the other part. So, there's a lot of things, and the more you use them, and the more you play with them, the more things you're going to really find, It was, we sold a set to Beaver Island, and it was kind of funny because I said to Tim, the chief up there, I said,
20 cars there.
yeah, I don't really get it. And he said, we got a real problem with the off-road vehicles messing around out and they're rolling over, and he said, we're really having kind of a problem. And he said, besides that, we've got planes coming in all the time. And we got all done doing the training and flew back to Charlevoix, and I was on 131 coming home, and I don't think I was even to Cadillac yet. And he called me and he said, we just had a plane crash, we just used them. So I wasn't even, nobody got hurt, thank God. It made me real comfortable, so I flew back, but anyway, so
If you go to Charlevoix, you know how not safe that is.
man, I'll tell you, I get motion sick, so, you either go around the car ferry and puke outside, or it's only 12 minutes on the plane, so, it's funny, because I've gone over, I've sat on milk crates, I've been with the mail, it's just a cool place. If you've never been to, over there, it's really kind of cool, so, and they're pretty laid back, so. Anything else?
If you could just go over whatever. No, I'm just
Like I say, I had mile marker 6 to mile marker 12 of I-96, plus we had 3 primary roads that we had most of our accidents on. And years ago, we were expediting wreckers, trying to use come-alongs, using our airbags. And this isn't, Rescue Jack is not to replace any of that stuff, because you may have to use it in conjunction. It's just the same stuff you're used to doing all the time. When you get there, you have to size it up and decide what you're going to do. And, that's just no different. You know how to figure those things out. The thing to remember is when you get started doing something with the Rescue Jack and it's not going right, you really can't start over again if you've got a patient. So you just have to improvise. And that's really why I try to get people to start out with the deluxe kit, because that has all the additional the ratchet straps and all the additional equipment that you may have to use if things go a little haywire. Things aren't real stable. You may have to hook a ratchet strap up to your rescue, police car or whatever. We like to pick on the cops.
Sorry.
So but those are the things, again, you guys are used to doing all the time. So, and go in from this side.
But
Sit through there.
feel better.
Natural.
Because otherwise, if you go in the other way, when you go to ratchet it up, it's going to be in its own way. So the other thing I like to do when we pull these together is to fold it in half, because that's less to unwrap when you get out and have to use them. And I like to fold them when they're all the way out. Now the thing I forgot to bring this morning was apps or some things like that. But you get these all set up, and you're just, and I mean a little bit. I mean the shrink wrap is kind of hard to tear sometimes if you get too much of it. So don't put a whole lot of it on there. Because we definitely don't want you to get your knives out and try to cut them out and end up hurting the straps. So these hooks, you've got, you should have 4 of them. You have 3, and these hook into the links of the chains real nice. I mean, you can use them; they'll hook on everything else. But when you're going to stabilize the chain on the back of the vehicle, this one here works really nice. So if we can go ahead and open these up, and we'll get them all set up like this, and we'll. And these 2 with the chains are your longest ones. These are 27 feet long. The other thing to remember on ratchet straps is when you pull all the slack out of the ratchet strap before you start ratcheting, make sure that all of the strap is pulled through before you start ratcheting it, because this little cylinder here will fill up with strap fairly quick, and then you're done. I mean, once you fill it up, and you can't go any further.
You got rubber bands, Mike, or anything to put around these, or?
Don't have anything.
How about EMS tape, just a quick wrap?
Yeah.
They're pins, so you can't take them off, but you should stay informed. So I mean, you only need quite a bit of length.
You make the triple head?
Yeah, the swivel.
No, the triple.
Yeah,
Make a
yeah.
triangle, or make a,
Oh no, for the tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these are adjustable stands, but they're also, every one of them can be a jack stand too. So because you can move the jacks around them. Now, if a lot of the departments that I start out that are going to split the kit up in multiple stations will buy an extra one of these. They'll buy an extra black chain, and they'll buy a couple other additional ratchet straps, and then we split the whole kit totally in 2. And that way you have three stands on one unit, 3 on the other unit, and depending on what station they go from.
6 divided by 2.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is there an adapter that goes on the top that you can make like a plate, something similar to that? I'm just thinking outside in regards to, let's say you had like a structural issue, and just something else, you know what I mean? So you get a plate here, fix in here, that way.
Like a flat run through
Yeah, real quick, like let's say car goes in the building, like shit.
You mean the 4x4 adapter? Like
No.
the few Paratech ones?
Just something you can hook up.
Yeah,
Put it
something
on
like
the
that,
wheel,
yeah.
just spread the weight.
There is something, yeah, so that'd be kind of cool, you know what I'm saying?
All the different heads are in here as accessory packages. Plus they've got the kit.
T-Rex.
So
Brother, I'm class for Bridgman,
We got one Freeport.
work
Yeah.
good.
I'll tell you, the people that have that saw really
Seems
like
long,
it.
but I guess it works.
Roof ops.
Anyways, I just thought that'd be good to have, you know what I mean? Just down and dirty quick.
The thing to remember on these struts are that the top pin is the pin that you lift with on the jack, and the bottom pin is what locks the tubing in. Now, they're pins so you can't take them out, and the orange area is where you should stay, stay within that. I mean, I suppose if you had if you had to get, and she had one showing, I mean, they're really designed for 100% overload, so I mean, you're probably not going to be having problems, but.
Oh, so there is doubts about jacks.
That goes on. Whoops.
No, I'm good, my fault, it's my fault.
Count
My
them.
fault.
Count them, Dave. Count them.
Too many numbers.
Just remember that you got to pull the pin that locks the tubing in, because it's not going to go up. The other thing to remember is when you stow these, always make sure the jack is all the way down so that you don't lose any additional lift. The nice thing about the removable jack is you can jack it up to a certain point. When you run out of jack, you can pin it, you can start over again. So you can really get absolutely every inch of usable out of the tubing. So there is 1/4 of an inch, one crank, 4 cranks to an inch, and you've got 13 inches of lift on the pin. Once you get the jack set up, pin it. I like to put a couple extras into it so it's tight. Put the pin in and you're done. Now if you're going to pin it and you're going to take the jack off of it, take the jack off of it, you can remove it and just leave it set. So, I mean, these steel struts have just been outstanding for the company. So, the other thing is you have the ratchet straps right built on. You got to kind of figure out how you're gonna.
That seems like a bad idea.
How you're going to do this? Yeah, when they ship them, they just make them. They just put them in there.
That's one thing I did like about this Bearcats that little gear.
You remember that when the ratchet is all the way open, it makes the cylinder free. So that's how you get. And there's a roller down here, so you can pull that out. Once you get all of the slack out to where you want it, they can lock it in, and always lock it closed. So there's no chance of hitting it and putting it on freewheel and having it let itself go. I like to just take, when it's stowed, to put take the cord up, or the strap up a little bit and just stick it up to the top here. But
We're gonna use the same size tape on that? That's gonna be. Probably the tape gonna be okay.
Different brand on it.
the other thing is
Typically, this committee fight for about 6 months.
We gotta use that old tape so we can buy some decent tape.
most of the time, a lot of the departments will stow these straps like right on here. It is kind of nice because it takes up a lot of the strap. I don't personally like it there because then you've got to undo it every time you're going to use it.
And that strap's laying against whatever else is on it.
I would really rather, and what I normally do is I usually fold it up on itself and then do the shrink wrap here. Because then if you get as much of the strap up here, then normally you're only taking the tail end and just sticking the tail end up through there. And it just, I'm kind of anal about the way things look. So, and it really is a lot easier when you deploy it, because if you're not going to use the strap, if you're going to use chains and other things, and you can really keep from letting that thing loose, it's just in your way if you're not going to use it. So, you've got the base plates for the bottom of the jack. You've got 4 of the 4-foot pickets. And you've got 4 of the small pickets. You've got the J's, the J hooks. When you hook to the bottom of the jack, I like to use this one here, and that way you can choke up the chain here, or you can choke up the chain here, depending on, depending on what the situation is. You've got 4 clusters. Again, you're utilizing the clusters to try to extend a spot to hook up to keep off of these straps, and you've got the hybrid cribs.
How much are these?
The pins.
Just wondering.
I actually think they're like $16.
I'm just wondering.
I go to Tractor Supply and spray paint them orange.
You know what I mean?
Sweet little.
I can see them. I can see them falling.
Yeah. Did you? Extra ones didn't come.
No.
They didn't. All right. Well, I'll get you some extra ones because you should have.
Because I can see.
You should have got some extra ones because, unfortunately, it's just Murphy's Law. You're going to lose one. So. All the ratings, all the ratings for all of the equipment is in the book, so it's all laid out. The same with the straps, 3,000 pounds. The thing to remember is most of the time you're just stabilizing. You're not really lifting the whole car, so the ratio is normally just not a problem.
Too much webbing, that's what that is.
What is that right there?
3,000. I guess if its job is just to hold the bottom.
Yeah, all it is you keep it from kicking
All
out.
it is stay holding it.
And it's just single webbing anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
But the flat webbing we got on the rescue is 10. The same width.
so the thing to remember is this strap to utilize to keep the base in place. When we're going to do the side lift, you want to be hooked in here with the chain because the chain is on both sides. The video shows both of the adjustable stands between the wheels on the vehicle when it's laying on its side. Don't get hung up with that. I prefer to have them in front of the wheels, by the engine compartment and by the trunk, because it puts your footprint out bigger. And the thing to remember is when you're on a post on the passenger side and you're going to set that other jack stand up, you want to make sure that that jack stand is either straight across from the first one or between the other two again, or it's going to spin the car. So, I would just rather always just grab the front tire and the rear tire and put the jack stands there, so or the adjustable stands there. It works so much better. Any questions?
For those of us just wondering,
Sure.
I've already seen the video.
It's please don't get hung up. I mean, this is so much less complicated than a lot of your other equipment you have. It's all common sense stuff. You just have to remember your center of gravity. Wherever you hook into that car, just make sure you're above the center of gravity. It doesn't have to be at the top, and it just has to be above the center of gravity on the side of the vehicle. So I mean, it's not rocket science, so don't let it intimidate you, because I'll tell you, you're going to make this stuff just do things that are just incredible. I mean, we spent so many years on our department trying to stabilize vehicles to get patients out. It's just so nice, because when you adjust everything, get all your straps in, get everything done, take 4 or 5 cranks on that jack stand, and that whole car just is rigid. It's just incredible,
Well, it's a lot more stable using this to lift it up instead of trying to teeter on some airbags. Right. Get some airbags underneath. You don't know what direction it's going to wobble.
And
And you can make it so it doesn't move.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't retire your airbags. I mean, because like I say, in conjunction, you're gonna utilize all the equipment. I mean, you're gonna have some in a row. You put one in, and if you start having a problem, then you put another one in, and so.
Okay. I'm just kind of curious. I didn't know it was such a.
What's the intent of the base plates? Is that for softer?
Yeah.
Continue on working again.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, I don't run into too much trouble with this foot sinking. You know, I mean, really. They come with the kit. If you order a kit and they don't come with it, you know, I normally don't push the departments to buy them, because if you've got plywood for your airbags or for your aerial device, you know, just throw one of them down. You know.
No, he's talking about the ground fans.
So
Are those, and again, not having seen the videos, are those intended to be staked in place too, or just secured?
you can, yeah. I mean, once you get the situation set up, and if you're uncomfortable with how the thing as a unit is set up, then you can just drive it right through.
Common sense.
Yeah, so they can need to do
Just
it.
like what we do now, Pam.
So is this an
The
extra?
jacks, no, it's just a chain or a strap to the,
Yeah,
it's just so it doesn't kick out. that's all.
yeah.
We were doing a demo down south in the middle of the winter, and we got a side stabilization set up with the 3 jacks, and it started to sleet, and we were standing there looking at it, and we said to one of the rookies to go push on it and see how stable it was.
What car movie?
And we slid that whole thing all around the parking lot. You know, those base plates in the car, you just slid around on that ice. You know, it was just the dangest thing. So yeah, I mean, you may have to stake it down to keep it in place. I don't know. You know, but
Depends on the situation.
Slide that hill.
Like
exactly.
always.
Yep, exactly. And don't be afraid to use your winches on your rescues or whatever. You know, again, if the angles aren't right and things are starting to be a little hairy and you're not comfortable with it, just overdo it. Just use some more straps or whatever you got to
Hold that
do.
over here for you.
Anything else?
Just put it in the back of the, just put it in the back of the rescue.
Can you make a lift with the keys? I'm just curious. Or not recommended.
What's that?
Let's say you get a rail frame, can you make a lift with the keys themselves?
Instead of wrapping the chain around it, just loop that in on, if you had a spot on each side.
I made a
under
connection. I mean,
door-
that's not
door
a big,
hinge.
if I heat it, can I make a lift with that or no?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could if you're going. You mean you're talking about in one of the openings on the frame rail?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quicker
Absolutely.
Just like with
You know
this
what I mean?
too.
Yeah, or if you had something big that the chain would fit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the swivel. Yeah, we didn't talk about the swivel heads, but you know,
But you might need to cut. Steve, you might need to get like a last corner or something.
this is a chain hook
Right.
on the top, plus the channel, plus if you've got a hole. The problem I have with this pin is the angle generally is never right, because once you try to put it in and you're at the wrong angle, it doesn't lock in right. So generally, you know, yeah, you could do it here.
Yeah, one of those two.
That would be nice right there. If you needed just a couple extra inches to get around the
you know what I
corner,
mean?
use that to extend it instead of strapping that chain all over.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, you know,
Whatever you mind, you come up with it.
Yeah, exactly. Open your imagination.
yeah, and you really need to have an open mind, because don't get hung up on the video that it always has to be that way, because generally that's just the basis to work on. So, you know, sky's the limit. Jacks on this side. Yeah, just leave that over on the other side, we can understand. Roger that, great. This is gonna be hold on, guys. It's not about the back, it's still coming.
sir. All these cars, I don't know that much about them. Been de-energized.
Everybody happy with the side? Looks good. Everybody can see where the tires would be in this where somewhere, which really kind of limits the footprint. I really like to see them out on the ends like that. It's just so much easier, I think, to do it that way. I don't know, you know. But we're going to do a purchase point right here on A. We'll grab in. We'll take that chain hooks underneath, put it on A post underneath, come out to the base plate on that, then put the jack on, give her a couple tanks and tie it in. I like to take, when we're putting this one up, I like to put it kind of on an angle to keep it away from where you're going to have patient access, because that's the key. You don't want to put anything in your own way. So we don't need much of a spot. We're just going to put this in here, right? The drivers need to actually put their driver tools out. So just hook that JT in there. Dave. Yeah. You get it as far forward as you can. I can get it on this side of that. Huh? This is a situation that I talked about earlier where you're not going to be using this strap. If it was all tightened away somewhere, you wouldn't have to deal with it. Line of applause for our speakers. Put it down to the post if you can. Okay, now go ahead and choke. Get the pin in and then choke the chain up. Yeah, I mean, I like to keep it kind of offset so that it's not in the way of your patient when you're taking, especially if you're going to end up taking the roof off, then it's just out of your way. All you're really doing is just putting some tension against those other two struts. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait a minute. You can get it.
Stabilize.
Yeah, no, you're stabilizing. Oh, okay.
Stabilize.
Well, we're going to stabilize. We're going to lock it. When we decide left, then they have to be here. And if you're more comfortable with them straight on, I mean, that's no problem. Here, they put sort of a shear force against the top of it. It goes this way. But you're just stabilizing. You're not putting that much pressure. We'll try it both ways. You guys, it's your equipment. You guys can do it however way you want. Point is well taken if you don't think that we want to spike it down. Yeah, good. As soon as this chain grabs, yeah, kicking it out, kicking that base out as we go. There you go. That gets nice and tight. Now you should crank that up so you can put that pin in. So keep going a little bit more. So now, once that's pinned, you're ready to take the jack off. Yep. I know I have to really kind of draw it out when I say that.
I have to admit.
Okay, all right, come on, push on it. Tell me how stable that is.
See, I'm good.
Off and then he wants to square it off straight off. Yeah, he wants to bring it right straight around. Straight, yeah.
Pull out on the base.
About 60. I kind of see that.
Be careful.
Yeah, are you saying you wanna lift the side up a little bit against these two buckets? Good. Actually, yeah, lift it. No, just lift it with this. See what happens.
No, just one for the other side.
Oh. No, we'll do that one next, but I'm just saying, let's just lift a little bit against these other two struts.
Yes. Okay, you gotta take pressure off.
What do we want to do?
Yeah, just lift a little bit and see. She's gonna get kind of hard to crank, but she'll do it. The thing to remember, as this lifts, it'll be pulling this, it'll pull that with it as it goes a little bit. So don't be surprised if it takes
Quite a bit.
Yeah. So, just, I mean, if you had an arm sticking out underneath, you might have to push your, again, you're probably, to get your patient out, you're probably going to take your rope off anyway, but if you wanted to lift it to get your arm off or something, and there's nothing that says that you can't use two of them, and lift it right up, Yeah, just a little bit, take the pressure off of it.
And,
Yep. Yeah, bring that jack down as far as you can, because we'll need to start the jack.
Now, should they be equal to each other? So maybe do this one back?
Yeah, take both of these out.
What's that, right?
Take both of these out. No, we need the trimming in. Yeah, we're basically sure. And then we need to readjust. And we'll need that big thing.
They had it on the video where they simply used two of these to push the car up.
Right.
So if I move this one back,
Yeah, and that needs to be exactly in line with that.
so if you lift that one, it's just move this one back. You just pick it up and
Oh, yeah.
without using the chain. So bring it up or not.
No, you gotta have the chain. She's got a lot of it at the bottom. Go ahead and take that jack all the way down as far as you can go. You won't be using that strap, so. it out. If it's not locked, you should kind of take it off. All right, so somebody wanna, we'll line up here. Stand up or something. Is, let's take that chain. We need to hook in here someplace where it's not gonna move, but down as far down as we can get. Black chain is with the black chain. You want to go around? Yeah, exactly. You can get like right in here.
Oh, okay.
So, like right here. Tight, right back there is take as much slack out of that chain as you can. There, now go ahead and shorten up that chain on there. Get her as tight as you can.
Who needs a jack?
All right, now
move the
yeah,
orange
stay
thing
there.
down.
Leave it out. Crank that up till it locks in. Something like that. You get it locked in? Pull it out? Okay. I'm good? Okay. Yeah, is it? You gotta pull that pin out. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Just stick it in up here, and then that way you don't lose it. All right. All right. All right. Now, you're ready here? How about over here? We all set? Come in. Nope. Yeah. Yep. Now, what you should do is have somebody at the head here count, just not to count your strokes, but to keep you in rhythm. Because what will happen is if one goes faster than the other one, the bottom of the card, you'll see it, the bottom of the card will do this or this. And you really want to go up as straight as you can. Yeah, I usually shrink wrap right out that turn, just to keep on it.
Ready to roll?
Ready? Okay?
Roll. Roll. Roll.
Yeah, don't stop, just keep going.
Roll.
Just count, you're counting a rhythm.
Roll. Oh, are we going to adjust the trimming as we go?
Yeah, he's putting probably your step chops in.
Didn't kick your bass out.
Yeah, the bass wasn't kicked out.
Hold on, Mark.
You're all right.
What wasn't kicked out?
The bass.
Oh, gotcha. Ready? Roll. 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 You're doing fabulous.
1, 2, 3,
Watch that bass.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're good on this one.
Roll. Roll. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey Barnes, it's cranking fast as you are. It's cranking fast as you are.
We need a different roller.
Jack.
I'm not a very good roller.
Just count.
Jack
1,
fast.
2, 3, 4.
Go faster. Guys bleeding. Guys bleeding.
6, 7, 8. Let's do a CPR. Come on. There you go. There you go. You come back here and sing for it.
All right.
Beautiful.
Hold up a minute, guys. I think you've got plenty of room to.
How hard is it?
There's an arm or a leg in there.
I'm not cranking, I'll roll.
What?
Yeah, no, is everybody out there?
Yeah, no one's there. You're good. They ain't going
Just
nowhere.
enough to pull them out?
Yeah.
The nice thing about it is you guys had this step chop here, and it really, and of course, and we left this in the back, it really kind of gave it something to pivot itself on. Airbag if you want, do that.
No. Going. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I'd go right through there.
Yep.
Brent's got those.
You want to pick it through the engine block? You want to pick it through the engine block? I don't know.
Well, you may not get it through.
So I can get a pick it up here and keep rolling this one.
Okay. Pick it in. You need a sledge too.
Yep.
Get the big ticket.
Done it.
If there's one thing that had, when we first went out with training, it just blew my mind. How simple that works.
Thank you.
Are we stable now as far as wedges and
Now remember, when you're dealing with a car with plastic and steel, you want to be down, you want to try to stay down on the steel a little bit so you don't crush it. Because when you're up against plastic and you're trying to get the thing to lift, and you're up against the plastic, it's going to push in until the resistance is gone before it lifts. And you want to stay on the steel as much as possible. The video said about a 45-degree angle, and that's what you should kind of shoot for. So make sure whenever you set these up, make sure that your tab for your jack is on the top. So what I like to do is I like to go in with this and grab it in, and then once you decide where your point is here, then make your adjustments. And you're really not going to get much different from an adjustment on this other than where you're at. So go ahead and start getting your. Somebody hold that so it doesn't slide out and get your jack set up.
Got it.
Jay changed and take the window out.
Yeah.
Take the window out and look around the seat.
Can you hook them to each other?
No, you're not going to use. I'm sorry, guys. You're going to use a ratchet strap. You could use. Actually, you can use these if you want to tie them together, but I don't know if you've got enough to get to them.
You want this on both sides? We can do it on both sides. We can do this.
On both sides.
You can take this one.
Can you get over to it?
Yeah.
All right. Otherwise, we could use a cluster too. I guess we can. Let's try this one.
With that, we still have to change it.
Not yet. All right. What we want to do though is we want to get them little clips and we want to lock these in. Yeah, we want to get those short ratchet straps with the snaps on them.
Okay, I didn't realize it was short ones. That's already on.
He's trying, he's got to hook it up. Go ahead and pull that.
Wait, he's not even in there. Don't pull back too much because he's not even in there.
Which ratchet do you want? This?
No, he's here with this.
Got a snap for that.
Yeah, I say heck of this.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna want.
Yeah, if you can tie in there some places close to that rear wheel so that we can keep those straps in the wheel well.
That one's into that. So that keeps the chain on the car. Good?
That's all you got, man. The only problem you're gonna have with that much is you're gonna lose some, you know, yeah, right, yeah. You're gonna jack on that maybe until that's gone.
You hook now?
Down about where that Okay, you got your slacks on, and are you coming tight or not? You're locked, William? Okay, all right, that's good. He can take that. Oh, okay. Never gonna jack? We need a jack? We will, but just keep pulling on that until you take the rest of the slack out.
Hold on.
Okay, now. Okay.
Not good.
All right, we weren't locked in.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Hold on a second.
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead and give that a couple ratchets. Lock that baby in there. Make sure that ratchet's strapped.
Hey Mike, can you grab me those short, small pickets?
Now, depending. That's why it's
Once it gets bit in on that chain,
You looking in the chain?
Yep.
You wanted to wait for the door.
Yeah, I think you did real well. You're probably not messing with
Out of both sides, get to just one side of the chain.
No, we won't be doing anything more. No. That's it. Nope. As far as
We won't need this cluster.
not yet, not until we're all done.
Oh, so you only do
Oh no, I'm sorry. We do need that strap. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
No.
So strap each side.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry again.
Yeah, because you want to make sure that chain doesn't slide on. Yeah. I mean, it's not
Boom
going.
man's
oh, boom, we got two jacks?
Boomer's got a jack.
Hold up.
Let's get both to the same side here.
Hey guys, so everybody make sure everybody knows what everybody's doing here. Again, this side doing something. People's fingers.
What did we miss?
Hold on. What do you think of that?
Yeah, all of it.
Because I moved that, I pushed it too far in. Pulled it right out of the spot.
Yeah.
All right, now let's think about this, guys. What you guys need to come over here and see what we did. Just let that set up.
Yeah. I just pulled it too far and I pulled it right out.
Just another hole.
Bubba here, as Bubbas always do, put just a little bit of extra ump in it, and we pulled the top right out of its placement, so that it could slide on. And that always happens because that's just the way we're built. You know, we're just going to make sure we're good and tight while we pull this thing off. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get this disconnected and slide it back to where we start kind of over again. We should be all right. I mean, we just have to be careful to put it on. Now, what I see is going to be a problem is this strap is going to want to pull that. So what do you think we should do to keep it this way and that way?
Put an 8 here in the room.
Absolutely. Let's do that. Grab one of those, that other ratchet strap with those little clips in it.
We need to disconnect this.
Well, you
We just need to move it.
Yeah, just take this out of the way and then just get this back in there. We're probably going to That's why, you know, we may want to wait
No,
till
they don't need
it
to.
shakes until after.
Yeah, sir.
Take the steak out. All right. I know. So, you got that, you got your other one on, so get both of them on. Yeah, get both on, and then both of you kind of shut off at the same time, so you don't, try not to lose it, okay? But wait, you have to wait till he's ready.
You don't need a whole lot, you just need to have it swivel in so it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay? All right, go ahead and go ahead and tighten this up a little bit.
Hold up on this one. Back.
Okay, that's good.
What?
You're good.
Yep, we're stopped.
I just want that. That's okay.
All right.
That's what I needed to know.
So we're driving stake in here now?
All right. I wouldn't put that stake in until we know we're ready. Gotcha. Okay. Everybody, is everybody happy with how this looks? I mean, you're.
How tight is that jack over there?
It's a little loose, but
Tighten it up.
Go ahead and get your jacks on. No, not that one.
No,
The jack.
Jack
Yeah.
on, Tony.
Here's
the jack.
that one
Go ahead. You get it.
I'm
get it
ready.
kinda snug there.
Ready. Are we both cranking?
Not yet.
Man.
Okay, you're good. You're set. You're set. All right. Same thing as the front, because again, if one's faster than the other one, the car's going to do this. So,
I'll roll it. You ready?
and don't stop for him to say the next one. You're not counting strokes. You're setting a pace. You got to remember, you got somebody bleeding to death in here. You got to do it fairly quick.
Ready? All right. Row. 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 Row.
Kenny.
Row. 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 Row.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Row. Row.
Just say,
Roll.
I was thinking that was
Roll.
powered.
Row. Stop. Stop.
Normally it is.
Stop.
This car
moving this way? Yeah, it's starting to move this way.
Can it?
What?
Can it?
Yeah, it was really.
Well, the problem is
going
that's at a smaller angle. This is pushing instead of lifting because of the sharp angle on this.
Right.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep going.
Row.
Keep ahead.
Row. Row.
You're
Row.
actually twisting the
Row.
car.
All right, stop. It's.
Yeah, it's going to do that. I mean, it's going to do that because if one's just a little bit faster than the other, you just got to try to keep them going up at the same time.
Well, like Brent says, the angles are way different.
Because this one's
The angles are
45 and that's closer to 60.
Right,
So
yeah.
when they go, it's pushing, more of its weight is pushing this way and this one's lifting.
Yeah.
That's driving.
That's what's
Right.
twisting.
Because it's going to want to pull itself. It's going to want to pull itself straight. So it's wanting to lift this way. Which direction is it wanting to go?
Moving that way.
All right, let's get a chain. Get one of the J chains.
How stable is it? It's pretty stable still.
It ain't going anywhere.
It's just your forces are, your lifting forces are in different.
Which is something to remember if you have to
move it to the left and lift at the
And
same time.
the thing to remember is, because it's always going to want to make itself perpendicular to the other. So.
If in this case, if you want
Okay.
her to go
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do it.
we're still in a position relative to going there.
Oh, yeah.
Down all day long.
Yeah. So let's.
We spin those right now.
No, I mean, are you guys? Are you lifting as far as you're going to go, or what's the deal? At this point, would you feel that this is stabilized? Yeah. All right, and then you can do your extrication. Now, if you're going to lift it up and you're going to take the roof off and do a dash roll, then you got some ways to go, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and take her up.
Keep going.
Pick her up.
As long as that thing stays less than 45 or more than 45 degrees, you're all right. But as soon as it gets deflected, then you start to get the dangers of now.
If it makes it deflect.
Yeah.
Let's see if it equals itself out.
It'll equal itself out eventually.
Right.
Are you guys ready? All right, row, 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 row. Stop.
Just
Okay, back off here and look at the angles now.
Yeah.
You just don't fall over this.
Yeah, watch yourself. Don't touch the fence.
could Tony keep
fence
going
is
up
off.
on his then?
Did I? Yes.
No, I mean, could you now that
Try
he
to keep-
stopped?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see.
go ahead and crank yours up and let's see what happens. Nope.
Still
Nope,
pushing.
nope,
No,
stop.
still pushing.
Hurting us all.
It's just because the angles are
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's pushing. Pushing.
more than lifting.
So, let's do this. Go ahead and back it down a little bit. She coming back?
Yep. Coming down on that side.
Yep.
Bless you.
Just gotta remember to set it 45 close as you can.
Yeah, if you're lifting, it's got to be. Use that big J. It's broke. Gotta come get towed.
Really?
Oh, what is that?
Should drop the tension on the strap.
Yep.
Really moving it to this way. Bad.
Still
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
We still haven't got enough tension on it.
More. It's just the angle.
Keep try it some more. How high is that one standing up? Pretty bad?
No, you're
Now it's
still
starting to
good
go
here.
up.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
In case it were to kick out or something, just get away from it. Ryan, just in case something does fail.
Now you've caught
Just
it.
in
Now
case it
you're
does, I
going
want to catch it.
What's that?
If it does fail, I want to
Yeah.
catch it.
Deflecting that
Great.
angle on the chain.
Yep.
Good trick.
Starting to come back.
Yeah, now it's coming back.
You see what we got here? Bad. Look at the angles.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And that's just the way it happens. I mean, you really have to kind of
Well, if you
try to
got
gauge
somebody who's going to give the control to crank, and you're just like anything else, if you're going to lift anything else, if they're kind of overseeing everything getting set, then you're going to avoid that or try to.
Right.
You get one person that overviews it before you put tension on them and say, hey, you need to
Re-crib it.
Yeah, you need to change the angle.
or yeah.
Re-crib it. You're in like Flynn, Jerry.
Yeah, the entire roof is on the ground. Yeah.
But just to, I mean, when
Still quick.
when it goes to crap, you gotta just try something else. That's all.
Yeah, we're
it's like anything else.
ribs on the side, yeah.
First time you see it and do it, it's gonna take a little bit. Is it a pin? Anybody? Pin?
I like your video. The dancing was outstanding.
They sit there and the But you said you're gonna give me a few.
Yeah, I'll do that. I already talked to her. I called her on the
Crank it like that.
They got a little tension.
These kids are dancing in front of me. She decides to push it.
Yeah.
It is singer's mic.
She's a diva already.
Yeah.
How was
Yeah.
it?
It ain't going anywhere.
You can't even budget, Ken?
Well, not with my full strength.
All right. Any other questions on this, guys? At this point, then if you want to start putting the stakes in and stuff like that. Somebody, you just wanted to make a quick lift. Go ahead and put that adjustable right in there.
We're lifting, so you want them at 45, right?
Yeah. You want to have more than a fist between here and the side of the car, and get it right in the center here if you can, and then take that ratchet strap and get that loose and throw it under the car. This one right here?
No, the one.
On the
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's get some wedges. Let's
Or
get
if,
this stabilized.
if we don't have enough, if you don't have enough on the ratchet strap, we can always get another one too.
What do you want? Or just you want chalk?
Just chalk down there. Dave's got the other one. Yeah, I'll put the other one on the other side, Dave. We're lifting this side up.
You're lifting this side.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
gonna want those big old blocks over there?
No, we aren't gonna want the big one over there. are we?
If you're lifting,
We're gonna lift this side. I didn't know that. Okay.
You do want them
Lift
though.
this up.
Yeah, you are going to want your
Because you're going to want to
roll it to you.
Okay.
Bring it this way.
Okay. You know those Cubans broke.
over there. You got more strap?
Need more strap.
More strap.
we don't.
No more.
We got another strap.
Another chain.
Yeah.
Got it.
Another piece of chain.
Chain gang. You give us some slack. We barely have
All right,
any left.
go ahead.
Won't be enough to strap to it.
Take something. Take what you need back. I think the step top should be here that you can.
That'll give us enough.
We're
Good. Putting it on the chocks rather than tires.
Two step chocks on this side.
Okay. Little chalk.
Oh, man. Row. Yeah, they're still hooking chains. Hang on a second.
Hold on just a second.
I just wanted to get it tight. There.
Hey, Jose. Pop that down. Bottom.
Yeah, because that's where it's gonna go. When it's ready. You don't have to put it in yet until we're ready to go.
No, just leave it out. Put it in your hand.
No, you don't want
Hold
to
that
do that.
$59 pin.
Right, but I'm saying if he's walking away from the jack.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not a bad idea to commit.
Hey, Kenny.
Oh, gotcha.
You need to lower it down.
Ken. You're not doing it.
Right.
We little caddy want this?
Safety outside.
Now you want the ratchet?
Ratchet the bottom down now.
Okay, also.
Ratchet the bottom?
Go ahead, get that ratchet her up.
Ratcheting. Just kick it over. Just kick the bottom over.
What's wrong with it?
No, other way.
Straight?
Right there.
That's fine.
Good.
Ratchet.
That's where the chain. That's the
Go
chain.
ahead and ratchet it up. You're ready over there. Keep going. Adjust your sight.
Now you're picking the car up.
Yeah, it starts good. Go ahead and then lock it.
Make sure you pull that pin out now before you.
All right.
Pulling pin.
All right. All right. Crank her up.
I got the pin.
How much is the pin?
$59.99. But if you act now, we'll throw in a free set of Ginsu cutlery. And
Come on, you afraid of that, Jack? Come on. You got somebody bleeding to death. Let's go.
Matt doesn't like blood. He gets a little squeamish. Shake it there.
Not even no suspension yet, Ash.
You're gonna have to reset.
Keep going.
Well,
You just
that'd be
keep
good.
going until she'll bottom out. It won't come out.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that feeling. Is that coming from the shortest guy in the department? I don't get it. Hey, height's not everything, buddy. Today's broadcast brought to you by Twisted Filthy Training Productions.
Our sponsors are Omar's and Cheetahs.
Ready? All right. What do you think? Did you get somebody off underneath there?
No, I want to. Let's reset.
All right.
Do it again.
Actually, let's reset and keep going.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay, stop. Reset.
We got the pin.
You gotta go up just a little bit more. You're not gonna get
Pin.
that pin
Bring it up a little bit.
Yep.
Bring it up a little bit. Good.
Okay.
Now back to
Jack
jack
off.
off.
Jack it off.
You don't lock those pins until you're done.
Ash, jack off.
Okay.
So then, nope,
Back
leave
to
that.
jack.
Just jack off.
Back to Jack.
Back to jack off.
You got another jack?
Other
other
way.
way.
Other way.
Make the jack
All
short.
the way down.
But if you
Keep
got another
going.
jack ready to go.
No, faster.
Ash, do you need more people yelling at you?
Faster,
Keep
Ash.
going. The jack goes down so much easier if you leave it out.
I'm sorry, I was doing EMS calls. I'm sorry, guys.
Keep going down, guys.
You can go back to work for Mercy.
You guy with an attitude.
You can go back to work for Mercy then.
Yeah, okay. If in fact we're doing this and we want to make, instead of doing this to get
Have another one ready?
have another one ready. That's a good idea.
You bet.
I like that idea.
Now we got to pull the other one.
I know it's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
They won't take the pin out, yeah.
I would do that.
Now, what point do we not want the car to be pushing on the?
Yeah, it's just that.
Over here.
Yes, we do.
Now, you know, in a real situation, you'd be building blocks.
Yeah.
Blocking up. But,
I'm pretty sure. I hope they'd be out by now.
but this is definitely a scenario where you've got the guy and the mechanic out working on his car, got the tires off, and the thing falls on him. And you want to do a quick lift, get it up off the one side. The other thing is, you can do the same scenario back here on the back end, one on each side, and you can lift the ass end up, or you can do the same thing in the front, lift the front end up with one on each side. You know, so, and you just build from this. So.
What's that?
Once you got the concept, it wasn't take long to.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I mean, and having the other removable jack ready just to switch out is, it's just great.
Put two of the front.
Just remember that if you're going to do a fairly good size lift on this, that you want to give yourself a little more space, like maybe two instead of just one, because we're basically denting the side of the car. So.
Okay.
Bring glass.
Robert, you stand front, Brent?
Stabilize the bottom part.
Matter, you can get.
Jot stuff down.
You're gonna be in the back with Brian.
Can we get step chocks and all the chocks around the bottom car so we can?
I just need the big. I'm just using it for.
You're with these guys in the back.
Let's stabilize the bottom car first. There you go. Do we need one on that side too, or no? Yes, we need one on that side too. Hey, Brent. Hey, Brent.
Yeah, let's get this side so that can go.
You're just gonna use that come along, bring that chain together?
Yeah.
That your thought process? Okay.
I don't know if this is giving you enough reach or not, but
Well, it might be able to push it through and then go to the other side. Yeah.
got one here.
What? Light bulb?
No, we're gonna have to piece it. What are we doing with this? Gotta go back through the other way. Pop this window so we don't have to like reach all the way through.
I'll get it.
Yeah, that'll work.
Might be under pressure.
Might not even need to.
That's until they get other stuff on.
You want a big one? Not one on it. Hold on to your tighten it down.
We actually need to use the
Halligan?
Well,
Okay.
we got a smaller pipe hole. Skinnier pipe hole.
No, I think Barnes got about the same thing we got.
Yeah, we got two. Hold on, one second. We go to the. You're gonna have to move it up. Yeah, we can do the Got it? Yeah.
It's gonna hurt them.
Hey Brian, you're moving the top vehicle.
Hey, Brian?
Moving everything?
Well, once these guys get this in place, because we've got nothing really stabilization stuff that I just threw in there, then you could probably work the heck out of it. Yeah, that's what they're doing. I believe that's what they're doing. Steve doesn't think, and I tend to agree with him, that's pretty long outside over here. Because you got two vehicles outside, so probably about 15. Point, we'll get it the other day. However, just that short chain extension, that chain link.
We went to decide that was on a phone. So we get enough room to.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who's got the longer pole.
You got a ton of more ink.
I know, but I mean, we don't have to rent.
Or I could do it. No, it's hard to have to do it on this side.
Go ahead. You ain't got no ball. You hit.
You ain't gonna have no arm.
You hit. Oh, geez.
No, but I bring his arm.
Tony, you want to start? Tony, you're going to have to bring slower than speed.
I got a question. Stop a minute. What's the chance? Once it gets up, momentum doesn't want to bring it this way to the swing. That's a chain for one chain. This chain. It's stabilized.
However,
Should. My only thought is, what if we were doing?
Fairly tight, and it may move a little bit. The trimming in the back should help us. Give it a pivot, yep. And the jacks are just stabilized it.
So we hooked the
We got
bottom up.
We hooked the jacks together on the bottom and kind of like a chain, so I wanted to hook the chain too.
Anybody got any questions about the back end here? This is their
Oh, way to go, Jose.
Now the whole thing is ruined.
You guys got any questions about what we got back here?
No.
All right, Stevie, Dave, what do you guys got up front?
Wrap the chain just like you did. It's got a lot of good things. The wheel wells go up over the front. Catch the chain from backwards so it can't move forward or backwards. You can tell with our height problem and our reach. So I actually took the extra chain and that's what we're going to lift with. Still hooked up. We're going to have to lift with that. Otherwise, don't be able to stay up.
Wow.
Alright, go ahead, guys.
Watch your backside, Brett.
Other side, other way, Brent.
I need to be where I can see both.
Yeah, he's gonna move.
Yeah, I know it.
Stop, Dave.
Alright, hold on.
Stop.
I didn't take the other pin out.
Steve's got to lift up a bit. I got a pin problem. Alright, now I'm ready. Alright, come up, Steve. Hold on a second, Tony. Let me know when you got tension on it.
Any tension, boys and girls.
Getting there now. Alright, go ahead, Tony. So the purpose of this is to get the patient out? Yeah. So we can get in there like slow up a little bit, Tony. Sorry. Okay, 3 inch plug in there. Okay, hold on, Tony. Alright, continue. Here it's swimming. Except you guys are 3 on the front. You still haven't gotten it. Hold up, Tony. Stop. Alright. Hold on that. That's alright. That's what we expected. Alright, Tony, continue.
Yep, we're still out here. Okay.
Hey, Steve,
Alright,
you're at the
yeah.
orange on yours. Hold up, Tony. We've actually got enough that we could cut both of those roofs off and move it over and we'll come out. They're separated enough to work on all those. Cut both of those out. You look at your side, they're separated enough to work on.
Let me look at the other side.
That lifted it up pretty good.
Well, we could. It is critical here. I mean, if we had to go through and cut all that metal off, the two roofs are no longer touching. We could, put either a step chalk or a couple wedges up here, and then probably do something similar with the back.
And with the jacks out there, that is critical.
It is, yeah.
Right, all right.
Okay, we'll go around here.
They're at max.
We need to buy some space all over, take the load off this. What about the largest airbag we have in the front? Just does even give it a little bit more if we want to, you know what I mean?
Actually, if you follow Kent's idea, cribbing under here, you lower that jack, pull your links out, reset the jack up with a smaller bite.
Yep.
Cribbing, and they're going to reset their jack.
I'm going to go down a little bit.
Okay, just to match your bend. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, these are electrified with gas in them. It's bound. Might need to take a mallet and tap it. You know,